Hi everyone, we're going to quickly look at what outputting again is as a bit of a recap, and we're going to look at what inputting is. So just to really quickly remind you, outputting is when we want to get something out of the program and we want it to appear in our console, which is down there. And the function we use for this is called print, and we use open and close brackets because it's a function, and we use quotation marks, and in between it we can put anything we want, and when we run it, it will simply output into our console down here. Well, that isn't that exciting, and obviously when we're making programs, we want there to be some sort of interaction with a user. So when you go onto let's say you go onto your phone, what you're seeing on the screen is being outputted to you because it's kind of coming out of the phone, not physically, but you can read it from the computer. When you, for example, type into your phone or into your computer, so you might, for example, pick up your phone and use your PIN to unlock your phone and tap the numbers on the screen, that's you inputting some sort of data. So you're actually putting something into the computer or into a program, and then it might respond back to you based on what you input, which is something called selection, which we'll look at in another video. So let's say we want to input into our program. We want there to be a response to this question. So how are you? And then we want it to be some sort of response. So what we need to do is we need to create a variable. So let's create a variable. So we're inputting here. So let's say, I don't know, feeling, okay? Just anything will do for the moment. And what we're going to do is we're going to put equals, and we're going to use another function we haven't learned about before called input. And we're going to put open and close brackets because again we need those brackets there because it's a function. Now watch what happens when I run it. So when I run it, now down here in the console I've got a little flashing cursor, and it will actually let me type in, so it will let me input back into the program, and I can press enter. I mean, nothing will happen at the moment because that's as far as I've made the program go. So let's say we want it to output our response, output the response. So what we're going to do, we're going to go print. We use our print function, open and close brackets. I am also feeling, and then I'm going to use quotation marks to finish the string, put a comma to separate it from my variable, and the variable I'm going to use is the feeling variable. I'm going to put feeling, and then I'm going to close my bracket. Now what should happen is whatever I have inputted in based on what line 5 has asked me, it should then output that inside the string for line 8. So I'm going to run it. How are you? Let's put good. I am also feeling good. And whatever I would type in, it will then output that back to me. Okay, so that's how we can input. And at the moment, we're inputting a string. That's all we're doing. We're going to look at different data types in another lesson. And the next video will be on data types. And the one after that will be looking at how you combine this with different data types. And you'll start to see how it will link in a little bit more together. So as your challenge for this one, let's say you're going to create a short survey asking people for their age, name, and date of birth, and it will then output their results to them. So say, for example, the output will be something like, hello there, please enter your name, the age, and date of birth, and then they'll do that, and then it will say your age is whatever they put in, your name is whatever they put in, and your date of birth is whatever they put in.